Good morning, student. Today we're going to read about the chapter Agriculture. Before starting with the chapter, I want to tell about the definition of agriculture. Agriculture means the art of tilling land. We know that India is having an agrarian economy and it is an agriculturally important country, having two-thirds of its population engaged in agricultural activity, which is the primary activity and which produces most of the food that we consume. Beside food grains, it also produces raw materials for various other industries, which are mainly agro-based. Moreover, some agricultural products like tea, coffee, spices are also being exported from this primary activity. Now we're going to read about the types of farming that are practiced in India. We know that agriculture is an age-old economic activity in our country. Over these years, cultivation methods have changed significantly depending upon the characteristics of physical environment, technological know-how, and socio-cultural practices. So, farming varies from a subsistence to commercial type. So, we have the following categories of farming or types of farming in India, mainly the primitive subsistence farming. As the name suggests, primitive, that means age old. So, this type of farming generally refers to farming which involves or uses primitive methods of cultivation with primitive tools. It is practiced in few pockets of India and on small patches of land with the help of primitive tools. Mainly family labor is employed, and this type of farming depends upon the monsoonal rainfall, not on the irrigational facility. The natural fertility of the soil is needed as it do not employ any chemical fertilizers, and suitability of other environmental conditions are also very necessary for this type of cultivation. This primitive subsistence agriculture is also called slash and burn agriculture or shifting agriculture, where farmers clear a patch of land and produce varieties of food crops to sustain their family needs. As the word subsistence means only sustaining the family needs, and if there is surplus, then only it can be sell out in the market. So when the soil fertility decreases, the farmer shift and clear a fresh patch of land for cultivation. So this type of shifting allows nature to replenish the fertility of the soil through natural process. Land productivity in this type of agriculture is low as the farmer does not use fertilizers or other modern inputs. It is known by different names in different parts of the country. We know that shifting cultivation is practiced in the northeastern states of India like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Nagaland. This is known as zooming in this region. Whereas in outside India, it is known as milpa in Mexico and Central America, ray in Vietnam, like that in various other names in various places. So, other than the primitive subsistence agriculture, we have another method of cultivation of crops, that is intensive subsistence agriculture. This type of farming is practiced in areas of high population pressure on land. It is labor intensive farming where high doses of biochemical inputs and irrigations are used for obtaining higher production. Though the right of inheritance leading to the division of land among successive generations has rendered landholding size uneconomical, so the farmers continue to take maximum output from the limited land in the absence of alternative source of livelihood. Thus, there is enormous pressure on agricultural land. So, what is the main difference between the primitive subsistence and intensive subsistence farming? In primitive subsistence farming, all the primitive or age old tools are used for cultivation. It depends on monsoon and rainfall. Whereas in intensive subsistence farming, high doses of biochemical inputs, which are modern methods of farming that are employed, irrigations are used. So there is a difference between primitive subsistence and intensive subsistence farming. Both are subsistence agriculture, that means it is meant for solely family consumption. The third types of farming is commercial farming. As the name suggests, commercial, that means it is mainly meant for selling in the market for commercial purpose. So the main characteristics of this type of farming is the use of high doses of modern inputs like high yielding variety crops, seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides in order to obtain higher productivity. The degree of commercialization of agriculture varies from one region to another. For example, rice is the commercial crop in Haryana and Punjab, but in Odisha it is a subsistence crop. So, commercial crops are mainly used for selling in the market for earning profit. The fourth category of farming is the plantation farming. It is a type of commercial farming, and in this type of farming, a single crop is grown on a large area. The plantation has an interface of agriculture and industry. It covers large tracts of land using capital intensive inputs with the help of migrant laborers. All the produce is used as raw material in respective industries. In India, tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana are important plantation crops. Tea in Assam, North Bengal, coffee in Karnataka are some of the important plantation crops grown in these states. Since the production is mainly for market, a well-developed network of transportation is very much needed in case of plantation farming. Processing industries and market also play an important role in the development of plantation farms. Now we're going to read about the various cropping pattern or season. We know that we have the physical diversities and plurality of culture in India. So they are also reflected in agricultural practices and cropping patterns in the country. Various types of crops and fiber crops, vegetables, fruits, spices, condiments, etc. constitute some of the important crops grown in the country. So India has three main cropping season or pattern. They are Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. Rabi crops are grown in winter. They are also called winter crops from October to December and harvested in summer from April to June. Some of the important Rabi crops are wheat, barley, peas, grams and mustard. Though these crops are grown in large parts of India, states from north to northwestern parts such as Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh are important for the production of wheat and other Rabi crops. Availability of precipitation during winter months due to the western temperate cyclones help in the success of these crops. However, the success of the Green Revolution in Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh and parts of Rajasthan has also been an important factor in the growth of the above mentioned Rabi crops. The second category of cropping season is the Kharif season, that are grown with the onset of monsoon in different parts of the country. They are harvested from September to October. And important crops grown are paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, arhar, moong, cotton, jute, groundnut and soyabean. Some of the most important rice growing region are Assam, West Bengal, coastal region of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Maharashtra. Particularly the Konkan coast along with Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Recently, paddy has also become an important crop of Punjab and Haryana. In states like Rajasthan, in Assam, West Bengal and Odisha, three crops of paddy are grown in a year. They are Awash, Aman and Boro. So in Assam, three types of rice are cultivated. In Assam, West Bengal and Orissa, they are called Aush, Aman and Boro. In between the third season, that is the Jais season, in between the Rabi and the Kharif season, so there is a short period during the summer month known as the Jais season, and some of the crops produced during the Jais seasons are grouped into, are categorically grouped into, say, such as watermelon, marksmelon, cucumber, vegetable, fodder crops, sugarcane. It takes almost a year to grow. So major crops we're going to read, such as rice, wheat, jowar, bajra, millets, in our next class. Okay. Thanking you, student.